A US President-elect Joe Biden says nothing will stop the transfer of power in America. He's brushed aside President Trump's refusal to accept what the Democrats say is the outcome of the election. At the same time, the Trump administration has blocked Mr. Biden from receiving intelligence briefings. It's also withheld federal funds which are intended to help smooth the transfer of power. Mr. Biden has called Mr. Trump's actions embarrassing and has vowed to continue preparing for his move into the White House.
We are already beginning the transition. We're well underway. And the ability for the administration in any way by failure to recognize this our win does not change the dynamic at all in what we're able to do.
Simon Marks joins us from Washington, D.C. for more on this. Simon, this disruption caused by President Trump's refusal to concede, the word unprecedented has been used a lot this year. We're here again, aren't we?
It is absolutely unprecedented. At no point in modern American history has any president failed to offer a gracious concession speech, even to the point where elections have been disputed here, as they were back in 2000 between George W. Bush and Al Gore. Once it was resolved, the business of the transition got on. I mean, Joe Biden is going to spend the next few hours at his home in Wilmington, Delaware, meeting with his transition advisors. Yesterday, he sought to make some progress defending Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, and there reaching out to the White House and urging them to avoid any further embarrassment and get on with the business of transition. But there are real practical issues that face Joe Biden going ahead. He's still not receiving daily intelligence briefings because President Trump has not authorized those. The General Services Administration has not bestowed several $1 million in funding on the Biden transition so that they can get out of Delaware and come here and set up in a corporate office suite and prepare to take over the reins of government here. So we wait to see just how far President Trump intends to take all of this. He will be appearing publicly today for the first time since election night. It is Veterans Day here in the United States, for the first time rather since his news briefing following the election. It's Veterans Day here today, and he'll be honouring America's war dead. It's going to be very interesting to see what tone he strikes in remarks to honour that particular occasion.
Also, Simon, what is the latest on President Trump's fraud allegations? Where is all of that going?
Well, there are no fraud allegations that are standing up in court, Otelli. The New York Times this morning has published a report based on conversations with officials in every single one of America's 50 states, none of whom is reporting any voting irregularities, except for one incident in the case of Pennsylvania, where a man applied to vote on behalf of his deceased mother. In several of these states, the newspaper is reporting that Republican officials are, as it puts it, being flayed by senior party grandees for not doing enough to unearth incidents of voter intimidation and voting corruption. But while the Republicans keep going into court, the Trump campaign, in a bid to try and overturn the outcome of this election, they're having absolutely no luck in any meaningful case in any court in the land. And so these claims of voter fraud and that the election is being stolen from Donald Trump are the invention of President Donald Trump. The difficulty is that polls show an increasing number of Republican voters believe that this election may have been stolen from the president and therefore that they've effectively been disenfranchised. So very difficult and uncertain days continue to lie ahead if President Trump continues making these entirely unsubstantiated claims.
Thanks for getting us up to speed with all of it over there. Simon Marks speaking to us from Washington, D.C.